Hi, I'm Kevin,
And I'm Amanda.
and we are serving up
All that jam.
All That Jam, Quick Hit. Brian Haas on Tephra Sound and Saucefest.
On Monday you have the Tephra sound with Nikki Gillespie and Helen Gillette. Let me ask you, if you have a trio, what are the differences you find? Talk a little bit about them, but what are the differences you find as being the keyboardist in a trio as opposed to the larger group situation?
There's just way more freedom. And I mean, you brought up Tephra Sound on Monday at the Royal Frenchman. Like that band is fully improvised. That's what Tephra has always been about. Nikki is one of the greatest living drummers and improvisers. She doesn't very often get the opportunity to really improvise. A lot of what she does is very controlled, and she's brilliant at that. But the creativity that comes out in Nikki Gillespie when she is just given true freedom, it's absolutely incredible. Like those Tephra Sound gigs, they basically start and then they end. And then I'm going, wait, what's going on? And the girls are going, yeah, it's been 3 hours, dude. Like, we need to stop. I'm like, oh, really? I thought it was like 30 minutes. Because Helen is an improviser. Nikki improvising, oh my God, she sounds like an orchestral percussion section. And it still grooves and it's still accessible, but to give her the ability to completely conduct and control the band, Tefra is one of my favorite things. And Nikki is one of my favorite musicians. She gets pegged as a drummer a lot and kind of a chopsy drummer, but she's really a musician and a composer. I mean, my God, the stuff that she does. And, you know, with a trio, there's so much space and room. And then with those two ladies, I mean, I can just kind of hang back. Um, my job with those two, they're both so ferocious. My job with those two is to really tie it together and to repeat melodies and to be, I'm way more in the background with that band because my goal isn't like necessarily full blown self expression. My goal, I want it to be good music. And so my job is to tie them together and kind of ground them out, which I think is hilarious because I'm very rarely asked to be the grounding force in any ensemble because you know, I can be pretty frenetic myself, but with that band, I'm very much the grounding force. I set up a bass Moog and a 15, and I play a lot of bass for Nikki and for Helen, which I really, really love. And then they can just go crazy, and then I tie it together and go, hey, remember that melody from 30 minutes ago? Can we get back to that maybe? And so that's how it works. There's James Singleton, my
Hey,
teacher.
James.
Hey,
Nice to see you.
great to see you guys.
Oh, so you have the trio Monday. Then on Tuesday you have Saucefest, which it looks like is a whole gang of people.
And so, yeah, I'm going to be helping coordinate that. And that's all about proper curation. You have to make sure everybody doesn't end up on stage all at once. Because again, I'm trying to avoid a walking ovation.
Right.
So that's all about putting the right trios and quartets together and letting it build so that around 1:30 a.m., yes, everybody is allowed on stage. By then, the audience has been properly beaten to a pulp and everybody's well seasoned, and then you can get everybody on stage for a grand finale. But I have found with Saucefest, it's always it's always a challenge to make sure it doesn't turn into Sausage Fest. I want it to be like more feminine and to have more breath and more space because you know Skerrick brings in really like the greatest free jazz improvisers in town, and he's asked Helen Gillette and I, to curate it this year, and so that means that I want it to have more space and I want it to be welcoming to the audience and not just bludgeon them with a jazz baseball bat.
If you are enjoying All That Jam, please like and subscribe to our social media channels at All That Jam Pod on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, or visit our website, allthatjampod.com. Make sure to sign up for our email list and tune in every week for new episodes.
Also, look for full interviews on our YouTube channel. And remember, stay beautiful, but don't stay underground too long.